Please use caution when watching this video. It does contain a dissection of a fetal pig. So here we go, doing different cuts for our fetal pig. So you would start by cutting across the top and then cutting down along kind of near where the umbilicus is. So the umbilicus is the belly button. You then make a cut above kind of where the teats of the pig are, and then across, so we can create kind of two flaps so that we can see into the digestive tract here. So it took me a little while. I haven't done this in quite a long time, so I had to really be cautious with my cuts so I didn't cut anything. Put everything in fast forward for you so that you didn't have to watch me struggle to do this. So after I had everything opened up, we took a look at the kind of the thorax area first. So in this area we could see there's the heart and the lungs and the diaphragm. So what I'm pointing to right there is actually that kind of lump looking thing is the heart. Those are the different lobes of the lungs. So there's 3 lobes on one side, 2 lobes on the other, heart in the middle. And then you can see the diaphragm there is sitting above all that blue colored dye, so it's kind of right there. You can see that's the diaphragm. Here we're looking at the stomach located below the liver, so those big flaps are the liver. And then, not sure how well we can see it, that kind of area right there is the stomach. So again, the liver is quite big, takes up a lot of space. And then below that is actually the stomach. We get a better view of it right here. So there you can really see that's the stomach hidden underneath the liver. Then we'll just take a quick look at kind of all of the small intestine. It takes up quite a bit of space, lots of nutrient absorption happening there. So we can see that's where the small intestine is, as well as our large intestine is in there. It's hard to tell in this video. It's not the best quality. Try to give you a better view here. Again, just lots and lots of small intestine all interwoven together. So then here we can kind of see the kidney. It's a little bit out of the way, a little bit hidden, but that kind of bean shape at the back there that the metal rod is pointing to, that would be your kidney. And then hopefully you can see, it's kind of tricky to see the end of the large intestine there leading out of the pig's body. So you guys could have a better kind of look at everything. I wanted you to see the dissection, so that's why I used the computer, but just so that you can make sure that you saw everything. This is obviously the heart, right? It's a little bit smaller than a human heart, obviously, but there it is there. And then this, you can see the rib cage right here. Here we have the lungs. So this is one side. You can see this side has 3 lobes. 1, 2, 3, and then this side over here only has 2. One of them is really stuck there, whoops, stuck to the lining of the chest cavity, and there's the other lobe. Diaphragm, so this lining here was the diaphragm muscle. So this big piece right here, this is the liver. So underneath the liver here, like we can see how big this liver is. It takes up so much space. Because it does so much purifying, detoxifying, and a lot of regulation of our blood glucose. Right here is actually the stomach. So I'll just kind of try and lift this up out of the way. You can see the stomach right here, smaller, kind of hidden. It's a little bit gushy, lumpy. Whatever was in this stomach is still in it. So I'm very careful not to accidentally puncture that. So anyways, there's the stomach. Underneath that, you can see that, let me see if I can show you, this kind of speckly, oops, let's get that out of there, speckly looking thing right there. You can see that kind of beaded, this right here, beaded looking thing, that would be our pancreas. So again, it's quite near the stomach, but closer to the duodenum because that's where it empties pancreatic juices into. And then we can see how big the small intestine is. There's so much surface area. It takes up so much space. That's where all of our absorption happens within our body. So it needs to take up enough space that we take in all those nutrients. So it's all held together by this kind of lining stuff. It's called mesentery. So yeah, it kind of keeps everything in place. As we can see here, this kind of funny looking, funny colored stuff is partly the small intestine, but leading into the large intestine. So I'm not sure if I can still find it. Oh, it looks like there it is right there. So this right here, oops, got the camera at a bad angle. Again, I'm not 100% sure because it's hard when everything's all mushed around, but this I'm quite sure, sorry I got the camera bad again, is the cecum. So this is that base part of the large intestine. So the cecum right here, the appendix right here. Again, that's just below where the small intestine enters the large intestine. And then you can see right back in here, this is the large intestine, which will take us to the anus of the pig to get rid of excess material, waste material from the body. Something kind of cool we didn't end up getting to talk much about. This is the kidney. We didn't talk very much about the urinary tract. Unfortunately, we didn't quite get there to at the end of this year, but there's 2 kidneys. You can see the other one's kind of hidden back here. But yeah, so that's kind of a closer look at this pig.